Hello, my friends. Hi there. I'm just gonna check if I can get the comments on here. Just a second, please. Is everything a little hectic just before Christmas? How is it with you? I think I've got it. Yes. Just gonna turn it down, turn it around, and hopefully I'll see some comments. Okay. Hello, my friends. How are you today? Hi, Manchets. So I hope everything's okay with you. It's just 1 week to go to Christmas, and I guess everybody is very hectic at the moment. It is around here, so I thought I'd just pop on for a little new project. For those people who don't know me, my name is Angela Bailey, and I am the owner and creator of Creative Energy of Elfen Helden. We are located nearby Frankfurt in Germany, and apart from Rhinestonedesigns and custom shirts, we also do furniture painting and creative projects of all sorts, and we are also a premier retailer for Dixie Belle. So today's project is as I've written before or in the description, it is really ugly. I don't know why I really got it. I can't tell you. I've just seen that, and I told that lady I'm going to pick it up, and I stood in front of it and I'm like, that's ugly. All right. But I felt so sorry for her. She's moving, and I said, all right, I'll take it and I'll see what I can do with it. You can see it here. It is, I'm just gonna take the other, I've taken the inside for the drawers out to slide in and out, because this thing is going to be painted all around. I just want to put it in so that you get an idea what that thing looks like. It's not very nice. A lot of work gonna go into that. So, yes, you hear, even my cat doesn't like it. Okay, so this is what it's looking like, and you can see on top it is really shiny. So this is definitely a job for slick stick, and as it is not very nice from the inside, it's just like this, I don't know what's it called in English, but this is going to be painted all around. Hi Conny, kranke Maus, wie geht's dir? Hoffentlich ein bisschen besser. So, you also see there are around here. There are those already filled us up with Dixie Belle mud. You can do stenciling, like raised stencils with that, but you can also use it for small wood repair. And I've already done that here because I'm not using, it's like one of the handles was missing anyway, and it's not very nice, so I thought I'm gonna go put some other knobs on there anyway. And the knobs I've chosen for this are probably in the packet so you see them a bit better. Those, can you see that? Yes, in pinky. Because I'm going to show you. Hallo Horst, grüß dich. Yes, those ones I'm going to put on there, and this is just like this at the end, at the top and at the bottom. And also what we're going to start with, I'm going to show you how you can use this Dixie Belle mud and what it looks like, and to get an idea how you can work with that. And then I'm gonna show you the slick stick, how you put it on, and the way it spreads out, so you're getting an idea about that also. The project itself, what I've done to that little side table before, it was like going further down, and on the sides also was going right down to the floor with the just like with the board on the sides, and I didn't like that, so I've cut the bottom off. So that's just like basically the bottom shelf, and I've ordered some new feet to put underneath. They're not there yet. I hope they come tomorrow, but they are not there yet. And I've just cut it off all around, and you can see it's like even this thick, it's like this very thick thing on the side here. Had to go through there, and what I've used for that, for those people who are interested in, because I'm not having like the mega tools. The mega tools are in Marburg with Manfred, so when I'm here I'm dealing with my girly tools, so to say. And what I've used for that is just like, because I don't like cables, I hate cables. I'm always scared that I'm like stumbling over it, and I'm like twisting it around me and whatever, and especially with a saw I'm probably gonna cut it through. So I've got this little bugger. It's from Bosch, and it does a pretty good job. You know, it's like with a battery, and you can cut easily through it, and it's very tidy, the cut. I'm very surprised all the time how that works. And then I've just sanded it down so it's not rough anymore at the bottom. Also with a battery is this little bugger from Bosch. So for me they are perfect. They're light and they just do their job, you know. With the saw, I think you can't cut like really deep boards, but for projects like this it's perfect. That works pretty well. As I said, this little side table, I don't know how it's going to turn out at the end. Let's see if it's going to become pretty or not, or whatever. It's a test, so to say. So as I said, today we are just going to use the Dixie Belle nut, and we're going to use the slick stick. And all together, what I have planned for the thing is to paint it with 3 colors, and one color is the colored greens, which is like a really dark green. It's like a really dark, dirty green almost. I'm going to use the Farm Fresh, which is a lighter green, and I'm also going to use Fluff, which is a white. Those are the 3. Hang on. Those are the 3. I'm not gonna get my hands are too small. Whatever. Those are the 3 colors I'm going to use, and then I'm going to work with a transfer, which is, I'm going to show you what's going on the front. This is from Redesigned with Prima, and it's the Châtellerault. It's like a French thing, and I'm gonna show you. This is basically what at the end is going to go at the front, and it's going to twist around. I'm going to twist it around over to the side also. So yes, this transfers, they are on a transfer paper basically, and you can stick it on your project and rub it on and seal it afterwards, and you won't see that there's like something put on. They come in millions of different different patterns and flowers and whatever. So this is also gonna go on there. And the drawers themselves, as they are not very nice either, they're going to be painted also on the side. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do some decoupage, like some paper on it. Something like this. This probably would go with the transfer on the outside and the colors. Or if I'm going to paint it also in that dark green color, and if I'm going to work with a stamp on top, either something like, let me think, which one did I think? Yes, this one. It's like this one on top here, basically. I was thinking on then putting on like, it's like a stamp. You can stamp it then on there. I'm either going to do it with silver or with white stamp ink. But I'll see as the project develops. We won't do that today anyway. That's just the idea behind it. If you have any different ideas for it, just let me know. And when you pop on, just let me know also where you're watching from. And if you maybe use Dixie Belle paints yourself and what you think of them. And yeah, if you're looking for your local retailer, you can go to the Dixie Belle page. You can find it there. Meanwhile, through Europe also. And if you don't have a local retailer in Europe, you can contact me also. I ship through Europe to you also. So, I would say the first thing we're going to do is use the Dixie mud. You can do loads of different things with it. You can do decorative things with it, and today I'm using it for a repair basically. So I'm gonna see how you can see the best. I think I'm going to like not drop you down, but turn that down like this, and then we see if you can see this. Take it out. As I said, I've already taken the sliders out for the drawers, and you can see it's really shiny. We definitely need a slick stick, but I'm going to show you one of the sides of that little side table in a minute, because I was trying myself how the slick stick is going to go on, and also how the paint is going to stick on a surface like that, and I was really, really surprised. So basically, it's not any different to other wood fillers, you know, the handling. It's basically you just open it up, as I've already done the other one, and you can see it's, can you see that? It's really just got like a pastry consistence. And basically what you do is stick it on. I just got like this, one of my painting knives, but for a tiny thing like this, it basically does the job. And you basically fill your hole with it. That's it. And then you let it dry as you would do with a normal wood filler. It's just a nice thing. You don't need loads of different products. You have one product, you can do separate things with it. I'm not a perfect wood filler. I'm sure some of you are gonna do that better. I'm not gonna wipe it right down either, because as it dries, it tends to shrink. And when it's dry, I'm first gonna let it dry. I sand it down, and then I'll see if I need to put in some more, because as it shrinks, it's probably gonna leave a hole again. So this is basically that thing. That's what it's to. But for those who are basically crafting and woodworking and building themselves, they probably used those things before also. It's just to show you how easy those things are to handle. And you can see it's like with the surface, it's not, you can wipe it right down. So, let's put that there. Close that again. Oops, sorry. And I put the lid. Oh, yeah, I'm terrible with those things, I'm telling you. So, I'm gonna pop you back up so we can watch that little vanity. Beautiful little ugly thing. So, put all those things to the side. I'm not gonna use the paint today. This to the side. And first gonna start with that drawer. Put it on here for now. You can see I've built like the Tower of Pisa here just to get it in the right height and to have like the sides off the ground, so when I paint it on the sides that it stands free. And also every product of Dixie Belle, give it a good shake first before you use it. This is that. And what I also always keep on hand is my mister bottle. This is my mister bottle because I like working with a damp brush, and so hang on. That's it. So people, with all your Dixie Belle products, if you're already using them and the lid is stuck, you just slam it with the lid on the floor. Not too hard, because I've done that also before and made a right mess. Because it's... So, as always, I'm first going to dampen my brush. Just like a little bit, that's it. And then I am always taking the product out of the lid first. You can see it's got a nice creamy consistency. And then, so what we basically, or what you'll have to do when you use Slick Stick, you can see how rich it goes on. You put one coat of Slick Stick on. Obviously, I've cleaned that before nicely. Oh, can you see properly? Hang on. I've got to put it a little up. Stay with me. So. All right. So, as I said, I'm using it out of the lid first, and just slash it on. And it's also like the paints from Dixie Belle, it's self-leveling, so the brush strokes will disappear. They won't stay as visible as they are at the moment. So we're putting on the first coat at the moment. And as I said, I usually don't paint the inside of cupboards and drawers and stuff like that, but as this thing is not very nice, it's going to be painted all over. We're going to try to do the best. The first coat basically has to dry for about 2 hours. Then we put the second coat on and we leave that overnight. And basically I will come back tomorrow night and we can start with the paint then. And also with the slick stick, when you have a feeling it gets too dry, I mean this is pretty, like a pretty detailed ornament on here. It's like, I was thinking of taking it off, but it's don't know, it's glued on there or whatever, so it's not so easy to get off without damaging the whole thing, and I don't want it to damage too much then, so I left it on there. This corners. Okay, I've got everything. I think I have. And what the slick stick basically is, it's like the paint has got something to grip onto, because with slick surfaces it's pretty hard for it. But even so, okay, put that down. That's it. But as I said, I wanted to show you what I tried before, because I was wondering how the paint will go on a project like this. And this on the right side, this is actually normal paint. This is drop cloth from, oh no, this is cotton from Dixie Belle chalk mineral paint. Hello Annette. So this is cotton, and I was really surprised because it really was like covering really well. So even when you don't really want to prep, because usually you can use those paints from Dixie Belle without preparation apart from cleaning, it even sticks to something like that. And I even tried, to put some painter's tape on there and rip it off, and it's still stuck on there. But when you really make sure that the paint is going to hold and is going to have a grip, you just use a slick stick. So that's what I've done here. So I've got it to the side there. I'm gonna do the second coat now, basically. I've got my, there it is. So the lid is finished, and you see it's just got like the consistency of the normal paint also. So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will answer them for you later if I don't see them straight away. And you can leave them either in English or in German. I will answer them for you later. So the slick stick is the first product I've got from Dixie Belle, which has got like a bit of a smell. I couldn't really tell you what the smell is. It's like a little bit vinegary, but I mean it's not too bad, It's but I don't want to hold it back for you. That it's got a tiny bit of a smell. So those marks you see down there is because I was going with that saw was sliding with the saw over it this afternoon to cut the bottom basically off this whole thing. So now I'm also going to paint this trimming here. I'm gonna go through that, and this, as I said, I've cleaned the piece properly, like really cleaned it nice down. Whatever project you're working with, you really should clean it, whatever you put on there. You never know where it comes from, and maybe those people have been smoking or have been doing a lot of cooking or something like that. There might be grease or something like this on there. And the moment I'm waiting for that, Dixie Belle is bringing their product White Lightning over here. But as White Lightning's got a little bit of chemicals in it, it's not available over here yet. So we still have to help ourselves with. This thing is so heavy, I'm telling you. I mean, it really is like not a very pretty thing, and you would think it's just like out of whatever, made out of cardboard or something like that. But it is somehow solid wood. So let's go to the side and just put the slick stick on. As I said, this is the first coat. There's going to be a second coat, and I'm gonna let the first coat dry, and when the second coat is on, it's going to dry overnight. You can really see that it's sticking pretty nicely to it. So, does anybody of you use Slick Stick yourself? Or any Dixie Belle products? If you have any questions to those paints. The paints themselves, they've got like a whole range. They've got, I mean, the biggest success and the greatest paint ever are their chalk mineral paints. This is basically what I'm going to use on top of this. And the chalk mineral paints, they are very eco-friendly, and they've got no smell to them whatsoever. And as you've seen on the other side, they cover pretty well. I mean, it's not a cheap paint. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's not a cheap paint, but it lasts for ages. It really does. I mean, this is, so at the end you have to think about if you're using more paint up because it doesn't cover, and spend at the end of the day the same amount of money, or you use like a proper paint and half the time basically. So can you see that? I'm gonna do the side here. As I said, this is just the first coat, and just get that on there. And totally covered. I usually don't do it, but it's not very nice that covered. So I'm gonna do the top. First coat on top. I'm not going to leave any of this. I mean, some people might like it. Funny enough, on the same day I picked up a similar one. Also very shiny, but it's a little more pretty. But that one is not going to stay like it is also. But this one is definitely a bit of work to make something out of it. So if you have the feeling it gets too dry and too sticky, you just dampen it a little bit up. You see, it's like your brush goes over it smoothly. I always have that on hand, whatever I'm doing, whatever paint I'm working with, I always have my Mr. Bubble with me. So grab a little more of the slick stick. I've said that word so many times now because I feel this is such a difficult word for a German person, this slick stick. It was like when I talked about it first, it was like always having a knot in my tongue. So just like long brush strokes. As I said, Dixie Belle paints are self-leveling. So those brush strokes, they will disappear basically. So what have you guys planned on Christmas? Are you going to be at home? Or is the family coming to you? Or are you going to the family? How are you doing, guys? I will basically, as every year, I'm going to pack my cats and we will go to Marburg, to my sweetheart, and we stay there for about 3 weeks or something like that. This is the only time of the year my shop is closed, and otherwise the whole rest of the year it's going all the way through. People who know me, it's always difficult to get hold of me. So we are really looking forward to that. The cats are going to have their beloved oven again. They can lay in front, and me obviously too. And I'm going to have like a little working room in the cellar, in the basement. So I'm going to take lots of projects with me. Need a little more of the slick stick. And then we go from there. So this is not a very interesting part today. Just like slashing this stuff on there. It's I think tomorrow I'll continue it, and it's going to be a bit more interesting when I start to put the paints on it. As I said, we're working with some greens. This colored green is gonna go on there, which is like a really dark green, and then we're going to put Farm Fresh, going to blend it into each other, and we are going also to use a white, which is, what did I say, what am I going to use? I think I'm going to use fluff, exactly. So this is me working with paints, you know, terrible. Already covered in it. So that's basically the first coat on. I shall continue the rest when, yeah, basically you don't need to watch me the whole time. I'm going to cover the rest up without you. You've got the idea when to use Slick Stick and how you can use Dixie Belle mud basically. The nice thing about a Dixie Belle mud, it's not only for repairs, you can also use it for raised stenciling, which I might even do on this piece. I haven't decided yet, but maybe I'm going to do that, so you'll see that also then. And you only have basically one product you will have to use, so this is the nice thing about it. The inside I've already taken the drawers out and the sliders from the drawers also, because as it is not very nice on the inside, it's going to be painted on the inside also. So, oh hello Sonja. Oh hi, hi Dana. The colors I'm going to use when the Slick Stick is basically dry. It is colored green, it is farm fresh, and it's fluff, which is going to go on there. And I'm also going to use a transfer, which is going onto the drawers. And I'm using, oops, I will use the from Rhinestonedesigns, the Châtel Roux, which is this one. And I've chosen basically this part, which I think is going to go nicely with the dark green and the farm fresh color. And it's going to wrap around that drawer, just like right around the side also. I'm going to put it right around the side. And for the drawers, I will either do some decoupage on the sides with this paper, or I will do some stamping on the sides with, can you see that? With this part here. So I haven't decided yet. I shall look when the color's on which one we are going to use. And we will see if we can get this ugly thing into a nice one basically at the end. So guys, I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining me for this quick introduction of to Dixie Belle, great Dixie Belle products, and I shall put the rest of the Slick Stick on without you, and I will see you probably tomorrow night. I'll see how it goes here to start with the paints. So I'm really looking forward to that, what it's going to look like. Again, thank you very much for popping in and watching this video. Whenever you have any more questions or something like that, leave it in the comments, and leave it in the comments either in English or in German. I come back to you later. As I said before, Google's got a great translator. Even probably other languages will work also. Yeah, thank you for joining. When you watch this video later and you watch replay, put replay in the comments that I know that you've watched it, and also then when you have questions, don't hesitate to ask me. If you're looking for your local retailer, you can go to the Dixie Belle page and you can find your local retailer there. Europe is already covered on there also, so you can find your local retailer with them. If you don't have a local retailer, I'll be happy to help you out. I'll ship through Europe. So if you need anything, just contact me, and I'll be very happy to help you. And I would say I hopefully see you then tomorrow. Bye bye guys. Bye. Thank you for watching.